I'm always astounded at how the scratchings on paper, these little marks we make, can turn into meaning and can connect us, and that those marks can turn into sounds that we listen to, and suddenly those marks become something that we're sharing together about being human, something that we share about our journey as we go through this thing we call life, that it creates empathy, it creates meaning, and it creates visions of possibility. So we're gathered here tonight in this old, venerate, and beautiful space at the First Congregational Church, United Church of Christ. I am Reverend Ann Hoffman, and I'm the interim senior minister here. And I want to welcome you all to this evening of poetry with our beloved poet in residence, Tina Datsko.
I always hate to follow Reverend Ann. I'm Doug Emsley. I can prove it. I have my name tag on. And I'm wearing my sweater today because when in the mid-'60s I was forced to go to a lecture by an author, they put me down in front because I was a kid, and I sat for 2 hours and listened to this author who was wearing a sweater spoke. And at the end, I went out and met my father, who picked me up in the parking lot and said, "Doug, who was speaking today?" I said, "Dad, I don't know. I got it in my notes. I have to do a report." He goes, "Well, tell me something about him." I said, "Well, he wore a sweater. And he wrote all these books." And my dad says, "What? Tell me one of them." I said, "Well, my favorite one that he talked about, that I'm going to find and I'm going to read. He ran around with a dog in the back of his truck, and it's called Travels with Charlie." My dad said, "Doug, was it John Steinbeck?" "That's the name." A similar situation exists tonight. Tina, she's not wearing a sweater. But I welcome you here to, on behalf of the Board of Cultural Arts of the First Congregational Church. And in this beautiful area, I want to draw your attention to the 3 rose windows. Those 2 windows came with the church in 1914. They're over 100 years old. This one, however, this window here is new. And you'll notice that it's got all different, it looks really good. Well, these 2 have got to be replaced. So that was $1 million. I say this only in passing, that the people who come here and worship, the people who come here and in events like this, enjoy this space. And if you want to contribute to continue this space, we would be happy to receive your contribution. And at the end of the program tonight, there will be a free will offering as you go outside, which, if you walk to the outside here, we have a lot of Mediterranean food for you to nibble on before the evening is over with. So tonight, in celebration of the Word, in song and dance, I give you Swimming in God.
Thank you, Curtis, and thank you, choir. I also want to thank the Board of Cultural Arts and Reverend Ann Hoffman for their support for this event. Now I invite you into the experience of the evening. I'm delighted that you're here to celebrate with me the birth of the first of 4 new books. There will be poetry and music. Some of the poetry will be both spoken and sung. The short poems that aren't sung will be read twice. This is an approach I learned from Robert Bly. The idea is that the first hearing reaches the head, and the second hearing reaches the heart. I'd like to share with you a bit about my journey as a poet and how it has dovetailed with the journey of healing I've experienced in this community. When I first came to First Church in 1998, I was just beginning to recover from being blocked as a writer from having an overactive inner critic. That year, I began contributing poetry through collaborating with Stan DeWitt on a choral piece for Christmas. In 2007, I was invited to join the worship and arts ministry team to help bring multisensory experiences into worship. Also that year, Kathy Chambers invited me to collaborate on an artist book to donate for a day's fundraising auction. Bob Kalajian loaned me a book of Rumi poems, which showed me new ways of writing poetry. And Megan Monahan loaned me a book of poetry by Hafiz. How these 2 Sufi poets became my teachers and guides is described in my poem, At Last I Have Found Friends.
At last, I have found friends. As a poet who doesn't want to nail words to the page, but get them up and dancing, words that get drunk with abandon and go carousing till dawn, words that refuse to toe the line and laugh at bandied terms like responsibility, words that love to sing and more than anything, love to kiss. Words that love to sneak up on you and plant a big, wet smackaroo on your lips. Unruly, wayward words that praise ecstasy, not dogma. How does a poet with a gang of words like that find friends? Not among the pursed lips and puckered brows of ivory towers or bastioned journals. Such a poet gets more respect from courtesans and thieves. So at last, I have found friends. Hafiz and Rumi are like 2 rascally elder brothers who would take their gypsy sister out to the wildest tavern where golden wine will spill all over the floor. In no time, she'll be up on the table dancing because her brothers have taught her well. Desire is only a precursor to thirst, for when thirst burns and aches with a stitch in the side from dancing and dancing, then the vintner himself will come out aproned and pour the next round.
When I started writing the short poems that form Swimming in God, I was grieving the tragic death of a childhood friend. For the artist book Kathy Chambers made, I started writing short poems in groups of 30, meditating on a particular theme. It was the season of Lent, so I took on writing the poems as a daily practice. As I gradually learned to show up and get out of the way, the poems started flowing. It seemed I was writing my way through the grieving process. From 30 poems of longing alternated with 7 songs of longing. Number 2. God, you have taken everything from me, my skin, my bones, my hair, my love. God, I am nothing but your breath, which lifts me like a kite. God, in deepest night, your music stirs me to know you, throat open, singing.
God, you have taken everything from me. My skin, my bones, my hair, my love. God, I am nothing but your breath, which lifts me like a kite. God, in deepest night, your music stirs me to know you through Japan, singing.
Number 6. The ineffable. That is what I thirst for. Somehow it is present and not present. In the dawn with its liquid amber light. In the fresh peach juice of your kisses. Life surrounds me and it is so full. My very being aches with joy and sings.
The ineffable, that is what I thirst for. Somehow it is present and not present. In the dawn with its liquid amber light. In the fresh peach juice of your kisses, life surrounds me, and it is so full. My very being aches with joy and sings.
Number 11. Grief kept me frozen, still. But the Lord of Dance warms me now, demands motion. Can I jump for joy? Even the rose bushes, amputated of all life, send out new red stems and lift yellow heads, mirroring the sun.
Grief kept me frozen, still. But the Lord of the Dance warms me now, demands motion.
shadows of palm fronds play across the patio. Shadowy lights seem so distinct in their dance along river stones. If you are light and I am shadow, does not shadow exist because of light?
Beloved, shadows of palm fronds play across the patio. Shadow and light seem so distinct in their dance along river stones. If you are light and I am shadow, does not shadow exist because of light?
Number 15. The mystics who dance know that laughter is the key. The wind doesn't really blow the sail, it sucks the boat forward. Desire is everything. That difference of air pressure lifts the bird's wing.
The mystics who dance know that laughter is the key. The wind doesn't really blow the sail. It sucks the boat forward. Desire is everything. The difference of air pressure lifts the bird's wing.
Number 17. Today's path leads past the koi pond, the sun and I midway in our journeys. Squiggles of red, orange, white, gold, like paint on canvas come to life, raucously make living art. Is this what our Creator sees? Are we brush and pigment?
Today's path leads past the koi pond. The sun and I midway through our journeys. Squiggles of red, orange, white, gold, like paint on canvas, come to life. Raucously make living art. Is this what our Creator sees? Are we brush and pigment?
Number 18. A fire dances in the copper brazier.
And embers float upward in the night sky.
Their passion makes them lighter than air.
They do not think how to reach God.
but only burn as brightly
as they can this night.
but only burn as brightly as they can this night.
While I was grieving, it seemed that pain and sadness completely absorbed my attention. Gradually, I began to experience moments of joy. Over time, I came to feel as if there were parallel channels out there, something like different radio frequencies. I found I could choose to tune my awareness to the channel of joy.
From 30 Poems of Joy, number 15. When the inner sergeant rants that all must be ordered, structured, rigid, on time, tell him we are off the clock. We've gone out dancing because the planets can only spin if we dance them into motion with our whirling frolic and joy.
When the inner sergeant rants that all must be ordered, structured, rigid, on time, tell him we are off the clock. We've gone out dancing because the planets can only spin if we dance them into motion with our whirling frolic and joy.
This next poem I would like to dedicate to the memory of my mother, Doris Datsko. As a teenager, she studied to be a concert pianist. Even when she was married and had us 5 kids, she kept up her piano until the frustration of having arthritis in her hands caused her to give it up. When she was 82, she had a major stroke. With medication and rehab, she was able to walk and speak again. She needed more help from my father, but one change I noticed was that her inner critic had disappeared. When a piano professor brought her students to perform at the retirement community, my mother asked to study with her. The professor said yes, and my mother lived 4 more years with the joy of making music in her life. Number 22. My mother crosses the plaza of the World War II monument, her peach raincoat streaming behind her in the breeze. The stroke that blurred planning and executing only deepens her focus on joy in the moment. And so we will all be marching forward on strong legs of spirit, our doubts flapping behind us till they finally let go.
Number 22. My mother crosses the plaza of the World War II monument, her peach raincoat streaming behind her in the breeze. The stroke that blurred planning and executing only deepens focus on her joy in the moment. And so we will all be marching forward on strong legs of spirit, our doubts flapping behind till they finally let go.
After I wrote the 90 poems for Swimming in God, the poetry kept flowing as meditations on themes such as courage, compassion, and gratitude.
From 30 Poems of Courage, number 3. Courage is not certainty, it is trust. The acorn falling to loamy ground has no certainty of what comes next, nor does it stare up the grand trunk surrounding it with any envy or awe. It trusts the truth of splitting open, reaching deep and drinking in light.
Number 3. Courage is not certainty, it is trust. The acorn falling to loamy ground has no certainty of what comes next, nor does it stare up the grand trunk surrounding it with any envy or awe. It trusts the truth of splitting open, reaching deep, and drinking in light.
Number 18. Poetry is courage for the poet.
Dance is courage for the dancer.
Song is courage for the singer.
Truth is courage for the sage.
Passion is courage for the lover.
Love is courage for God.
Poetry is courage for the poet. Dance is courage for the dancer. Song is courage for the singer. Truth is courage for the sage. Passion is courage for the lover. Love is courage for God.
From 30 Poems of Compassion, number 7. Most of what passes for living is not living. Most of the time our souls are not at home.
Most of what passes for living is not living. Most of the time our souls are not home.
They are out shopping for the future, or hoarding the past like miser's gold.
They are out shopping for the future, or hoarding the past like a miser's gold.
Toss the past and let the future wait. Today, open the soul's house and fill it with flowers.
Toss the past and let the future wait. Today, open the soul's house and fill it with flowers.
Number 23. When a poem knocks at the door, answer it.
When a poem knocks at the door, answer it.
When a song springs to your lip, sing it. When the joy opens bright wings in your heart, soar.
When joy opens bright wings in your heart, soar.
When laughter chases away critical thoughts, guffaw.
When laughter chases away critical thoughts, guffaw.
When the friend turns you upside down and shakes you.
When the friend turns you upside down and shakes you, let go all the junk your pockets have collected.
Let go all the junk your pockets have collected.
From 30 Poems of Gratitude, number 3. Breath rushes into the body like 1,000 joyous children to their playground.
Breath rushes into the body like 1,000 joyous children to their playground.
Each cell jumps up and down with glee. Each electron pirouettes in ecstasy.
Each cell jumps up and down with glee. Each electron pirouettes in ecstasy.
Can there be any sane response to this raucous combustion called life, other than gratitude?
Can there be any sane response to this raucous combustion called life, other than gratitude?
Number 9. My husband turns the pineapples upside down and stands them on their sturdy leaves to let their sweetness follow gravity and fill them completely.
Could it be that God turns us upside down and stands us on our stubborn thoughts to let our sweetness follow gravity and fill us completely?
Number
My
9.
husband turns the pineapples upside down and stands them on their sturdy leaves to let their sweetness follow gravity and fill them completely.
Could it be that God turns us upside down and stands us on our stubborn thoughts to let our sweetness follow gravity and fill us completely?
Over time, this creative process of healing and writing moved me into an awareness of love.
From 30 Poems of Love, number 4. It takes a dancer. Not that the steps are complex, though a good sense of balance helps.
It takes a dancer to spin with this planet while fixing one's gaze in just one spot.
It takes a dancer to move with intention, sensing the reality that we are swimming in God.
Number 9. Come swim with me in God. My poem is water, your song is water, flowing raucously to the sea. Come swim with me in God. Where else to be one than in God's oneness? leaping like dolphins in the deep, laughing ocean.
Number 27. The gift of love is like tipping one heart to ignite it from the flame of the one next door.
The gift of love is like tipping one heart to ignite it from the flame of the one next door.
I burn my candle late into the night and dip my pen in it to write with golden passion.
I burn my candle late into the night and dip my pen in it to write with golden passion.
This poem has your name on it. There is one for each of your neighbors. Strike it against your heart, and its burning will light your way.
This poem has your name on it. There is one for each of your neighbors. Strike it against your heart, and its burning will light your way.
In 2012, I was honored with the title of Poet in Residence. Much of what I write flows through me because I am rooted in this church and the wider community. I also want to lift up the value of a supportive community as a place where artists can collaborate and thrive. For all of this, my heart overflows with deep gratitude and love to you all.
From 30 Poems of Peace, number 5. Dear ones, let go all your striving. Let go all desire to be something grand, to build of your life a pyramid or palace.
Rather, carve into your soul a hollow place and sand it smooth to create a bowl. Dance in the rain to catch God in your bowl and offer a drink to all. Number 5. Dear ones, let go all your striving. Let go all desire to be something grand, to build of your life a pyramid or palace.
Rather, carve into your soul a hollow place and sand it smooth to create a bowl. Dance in the rain to catch God in your bowl and offer a drink to all.
Number 19. Life's precious dance is dancing in me.
Energy swirls through me like bursts of lightning.
Breath flies in and out like the monarchs migrating.
Cells dance in their salt tides like anemones feeding.
Bones meditate with great stillness in their marrow.
The beloved is the dancer now becoming the dance.
Life's precious dance is dancing in me. Energy swirls through me like bursts of lightning. Breath flies in and out like the monarchs migrating. Cells dance in their salt tides like anemones feeding. Bones meditate with great stillness in their marrow. The beloved is the dancer, now becoming the dance.
Number 20. Peace is found in the stillness. Look for it there by quieting the mind. Let the traffic of your atoms flow slow. Let the first fist around your heart relax its grip, so your heart floats upward like a balloon. Yearning, disappearing, finally bursting to join God.
Peace is found in the stillness. Look for it there by quieting the mind. Let the traffic of your atoms flow. Let the fist around your heart relax its grip, so your heart floats upward like a balloon, yearning, disappearing, finally bursting to join God.
Number 25. Lean in closely, and I will whisper to you. There is a secret language to communicate with love. Poetry is the language of intimacy with God. Come nearer yet. It is not I who call, but the beloved. Lift your pen, brush, guitar, soul. For to create is to let God dance within you. Lean in closely, and I will whisper to you. There is a secret language to communicate with love. Poetry is the language of intimacy with God. Come nearer yet. It is not I who call, but the beloved. Lift your pen, brush, guitar, soul, for to create is to let God dance within you.
Number 28. The beloved is the ground of all being, and yet.
The beloved is the ground of all being, and yet.
The beloved's being takes root in each creature and plant.
The beloved's being takes root in each creature and plant.
We are all rooted in each other, our leaves, our branches.
We are all rooted in each other, our leaves and branches.
Arms and hands form one great creation.
Arms and hands form one great creation.
Peace flows from trust, and trust from knowledge.
Peace flows from trust, and trust from knowledge. Our oneness is certain, unbroken, unbreakable. Our oneness is certain, unbroken, unbreakable.
Number 30.
Remember, dear ones, peace is a choice. Even amidst crashing waves of grief, pain, despair, stands a lighthouse with a glowing beacon, warm as sunlight, pouring out love. Swim for it. Even amid the cacophony of worry, frustration, anger, a clear, true note shimmers. Tune your ears to peace.
Is a choice. Even amidst crashing waves of grief, pain, despair, stands a lighthouse with a glowing beacon, warm as sunlight, pouring out love. Swim for it. Even amid the cacophony of worry, frustration, anger, a clear, true note shimmers. Tune your ears to peace.
Where else would you rather be spending a Saturday night? Yeah. The Board of Cultural Arts thanks you for coming this evening. By the way, in February, we're going to have kind of the antithesis of this. We're going to have the silent movie with less than spoken word, but a great organ accompaniment. And we really have enjoyed having you back here at that time. Now, you can see in your program all the people who were supporting us. I'd like to thank the Board of Arts, would like to thank our fabulous choir, the Wilson High School String Quartet. Where did Adrati go? There she is. Okay. There she is. Yeah. All of you for coming, but most of all tonight, Tina. And Curtis. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm Curtis. I'm kind of blocking them. Stan, thank you. Now, as you leave, there will be a free will offering, no pressure. And also, if you go right out to your left and go through the room there, you will find that we have snacks going on. And look what we have coming here, Joni.
Our dancer.
Curtis. Get her over there. Curtis. What a great way to spend a Saturday night. Did I leave anybody out? The sanctuary was built in 1914. I screwed it the last time. I said it was 1918. I'm sorry. Enjoy your rest of your evening and your weekend. Bye. Yes.